Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 935. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Well, here's the situation. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, Chris.
Hmm.
This is the way I'm envisioning this situation. Alien Covenant is going to come out, and I guess the original plan was Ridley Scott's like, listen, Neil Blomkamp, my movie's coming out first. Then you could do your movie with Sigourney Weaver, sequels, because I'm doing prequels, whatever. No problem, right? Okay. Well, guess what? That ain't happening now. Because, surprise, surprise, even surprise to the own company that's putting out Aliens, but Ridley Scott's like, you can't do Alien 5. I'm going to film in a couple of months. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, I have a script. I have the actors that I want to do. Get a date because I'm going to film the sequel to Alien Covenant. I could film as soon as possible. A couple months, let's go. It's like, what the fuck just happened? What about Alien 5? What about fucking Sigourney Weaver? What about the guy that brought interest back to the Alien thing because he was out of a hobby, out of fandom? People getting excited about Ripley and shit, whatever, and it made it possible for this guy that did the Aliens his whole life could just come out there and put his own movie in. I mean, what the fuck's happening with the Alien franchise now? So tell me, Chris, what do you think's happening?
Man, I don't even know. There's so much news regarding Alien Covenant that's been coming out lately. A lot of it to me seems like they're trying to get away from Prometheus, which, depending on how you liked Prometheus or didn't like Prometheus, is either good news or bad news. As far as this goes, I mean, I have no idea.
He's done. They screwed this guy. And again,
well,
I know he didn't make movies that made but give me a break. Somebody's going to eventually do a popular movie. I mean, he's due.
Yeah. Did you hear what Ridley Scott said about it, though? That he has enough material, apparently, to make, like, 4 or 5 more
until
Alien
like
films.
90, right?
And I'm like, how many prequels are we going to have? Like, I know it's like 100-something years before Alien, but, like, do we need 120 xenomorph encounters before?
He does, because there's nothing else for him to film.
But I don't, like, here's the thing, though. Like, he made The Martian, and that did really well.
Yeah, but you know what it is? For you to come up with a new concept every friggin' time, he's in his 70s. So he doesn't have time to think up, oh, this is going to be a 3-year project. No, he needs to make movies now and just pop them out and pop them out and pop them out. You have them ready for me? Let's go. That's what it is. So he's going to be doing Alien movies until he dies. Probably he may live to 120 or whatever. But you know what? That's what he wants to do. But here's the thing. They're allowing him to have say over the whole damn franchise, and he froze that guy completely. That guy is not allowed to put out shit. Period. That's not fair. That's not fair. I don't think that's fair. I mean, I understand he's Ridley Scott. He's part of the originals. I understand that. But for a while, he wasn't doing shit with it. Right?
Yeah.
For a long while, he wasn't doing shit with it. This guy brought interest to it. I mean, give this guy something, for crying out loud. That's and he did it on his own. The guy did sketches and paid people, right?
Yeah.
As a hobby. Nothing, he didn't have the job. And they brought interest. People are like, oh shit, I want to see this. This guy got screwed. And here's the thing. I thought David's a villain. I thought David, Michael Fassbender, I thought he's a villain. I thought he's like screwing with people to see what they look like when they're aliens or something. I thought he's a bad guy. He's not a bad guy now?
Yeah, well, I think he still is.
Okay.
Are you saying that because of the android that was in the trailer?
No, I'm just hearing rumors that he's not.
Oh, okay.
He's
because Michael Fassbender, the one we see in the trailer is Walter. That's a new character.
Okay.
Who's a droid. You want to know what I really think? There's that character in the trailer wearing a cloak. I think that's David.
Okay.
And I saw a really weird picture from the movie. It was released in some of the marketing of a really messed up human. Like it looks like
Yeah, I was like, what is that?
It looks like their skin. I think that's David.
It was in the trailer. It was in the trailer.
I think that's David.
No, it was like an engineer or something, right? Or whatever it was.
They're saying it's an engineer, but I don't buy it. I think it's David. I think that he's been there for so long that his body is literally like falling apart.
But why does he look good though? He doesn't look good.
He doesn't.
Oh.
I think they're doing something clever.
Where the hell is she?
I think she's dead.
But why would you do that?
Dude, I'm telling you, you know how they said they brought her back, and we were like, well, how could they bring her back late into the or in the middle of the production, whatever it was. I think that they brought her back, and we're gonna see her on like some like video recording.
But why would you build her up and then discard her like that? That's like you building up Ripley to like the first movie, and then not even have her in the second.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, she could be alive, but
did she have a conflict with movies that she couldn't film?
I don't know.
I didn't think it was that. I think he just was the douche.
Well, there's something else that we need to talk about too. Still in the whole Prometheus Alien Covenant thing, and this is going to be potential spoilers for Alien Covenant. So anybody who doesn't want to know, stop watching now. So Ridley Scott, this is going around the internet. Apparently, he gave a quote. Apparently, the engineers did not create humanity.
Well, of course you're going to do that because people got pissed.
Right. So apparently, somebody else created humanity. So
God created humanity, but they're not going to do that.
Well,
whatever.
Whoever in this movie, we're going to go in the sense of the movie.
Did it? They're going to say
he said if he said if I remember the quote correctly, you're going to figure out why these beings or why this. I don't remember if he said he didn't say beings. He said why this something was designed to create humanity, and he said specifically, and if you think it's the engineers, you are dead wrong.
So they're gonna make it like God, but it's not God or whatever it is or something.
I don't know. At this point, I don't know. I'm so confused as to what this movie's supposed to be. Because at first it was like it's the rescue crew going to find the Prometheus. Right. Now it's crew going to colonize planet happens to run into the ship from Prometheus. So it's like, so wait.
James Franco was the captain of the ship.
Right. He's going to die. Dude, he's going to die early in the movie. Because you notice he's not in any of the trailers?
Wow. Yeah, okay.
And you notice how they teased that he was sick in the thing? He's going to die. He's going to die in the friggin' cryopod. Watch.
And the other guy from This Is the End and all those movies, in the comedy movies he's in with.
Right.
He's in it too, but they're serious. It's weird seeing them in a serious
And you know what? You know what I don't understand?
What?
Why did they put the xenomorph at the end of the trailer?
I think they did it because they had to put an alien in it because it is Alien Covenant, and they want them to be like, "Oh shit! Look how cool we made this thing look."
I mean, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong. But you know what the caveat of all this is?
What?
There are the neomorphs,
right,
in this movie that are also, running around.
Right.
Wouldn't it have made more sense to maybe show one of them and keep the xenomorph a secret so that it could be like, oh, xenomorph?
I think they're just trying to because we're in a time where all these movies coming out at the same time.
Yeah.
And you gotta have
so if you show a xenomorph, it gets people in the theater.
Like, yes. Yeah. Yes. You gotta show shit because be like, oh yeah, our movie's just as good as this one's movie or better. And again, it's coming out early. Remember they pushed it up?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's May, right?
I think so. Something like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't it come out around the time Wonder Woman comes out?
Yeah. Pretty sure. I mean, we went over this, didn't we? Let me see again.
Yeah.
That movie. Who knows what the F's gonna happen with that movie?
That's gonna be the big.
May
19th, Alien Covenant comes out.
This is gonna be this is going to be this year. They're going to talk about this for years, for decades. What went wrong with? Oh, and that's another thing. I definitely have to say something. Like whoever wrote the script for Life from Sony.
Yeah, what the hell?
Are you a? You know what? I don't fucking care about advertiser friendly. Are you a fucking thief or what? That you're making a fucking alien movie without calling it alien, and calling it Life, and throwing Ryan Reynolds in that shit and Gosling? What are you fucking retarded? That's a fucking alien movie. That's the whole thing. Is you rip that fucking shit off from people. That pisses me off. I would definitely not go see shit like that. Because let me tell you, that's like aliens and species and all that shit put together. I can't stand fucking people, right? And you've seen this, Chris. Somebody comes up with this original fucking thing, right? And I'll bring an example. To have an ABC show, I forget what the name of it was, all of a sudden, dead people coming back to life. But they're not zombies, they're just alive. And they've been dead for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, whatever. And now the loved ones have to deal with them. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that was called, right? They come out with that, right? Then all of a sudden, all these fucking losers come out with their own fucking version of that. But they twist this a little bit, they do this a little bit. So next thing you know, you got 4 fucking shows that are like that, but different. Like people mooch of someone else's success and try to replicate it and pass it off that this is original and this is their shit. That annoys the shit out of me. So no, I will not go see Life. Just like I would not go see Chappie, because Chappie tried to be Short Circuit and you get the finger basically. Because I'm not having it, okay? Do your own original shit. But that's been seen before. And that's gonna bomb like crazy. Definitely. And I'm glad. Because you know what? You may have a different opinion, Chris, but I'm against shit like that.
I'm not as like angry as it as you. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I'm angry because I'm a writer, and I get like I don't like that shit.
Right. I understand why you're angry. I do. I agree to a point though. I watched the most recent, not trailer, but I saw like a clip from a trailer. You know, where the thing jumps up on the guy's hand and it like I guess breaks his arm or whatever. And I was like, I've seen this already. Like, not this clip, but I've seen this idea probably done better. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, the movie.
We gotta go back to aliens for a second. I have to go back to alien for a second because I know that we have shows that give like a hats off or a nod or what do they call that? They do something.
Oh, it's like a tribute to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember we watched our favorite show, Doctor Who, and it was Waters of Mars, and it was the scene where things like shaking like this, whatever, and I thought that's fucking cool, right? I was like, imagine seeing that in a fucking alien movie, right? Because that's what it's trying to be like. I was like, right? And I'm seeing the thing shake around, and I'm like, oh, that's like a kudos to Alien, even though that didn't happen like that. But I could fucking see that. We have that scene in Alien Covenant exactly fucking like that. It's like the people that, honor the show is copying off the people that honor the show, that honor the movie. I was like, wow. Don't you think? Or no?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I mean, Fantastic Beasts, that guy's like the Doctor, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, they I don't care what anybody says. That character was inspired by the Doctor.
Fuck you. Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Abso-fucking-lutely tootly, fucking sugar on top. You better fucking believe that shit. God.
Getting back to Alien Covenant, like. Yeah. Going back to the trailer too, because I had like 2 problems with the trailer, but I thought it was good. Showing a xenomorph at the end, I was like, okay, maybe not the best idea, but marketing wise, I get it, so fine. The other problem is not necessarily a problem with the trailer, but it's a problem with the story, I guess. Why are they walking around on an alien planet with no helmets on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Well-
now, okay, I get it. The planet in question is said to have an atmosphere like Earth. So, yes, I understand that you scientifically
Right.
could walk around there. But let's think about this, right?
Well, a minute, can I jump something in there first?
Yeah.
I love that trailer because I don't know who the guy was, but he kind of gave a little, yeah, we're walking on an alien planet and somebody planted weeds, but
Yes.
it's quiet. And right there, without even saying anything, it's like he knew we're fucked. This is a trap. What the fuck? And I was like, oh shit. Because it makes sense. Who the fuck planted that shit? And in a fucking faraway shit, how do you get wheat all the way over there? Right?
Yeah.
The odds of that happening is not possible. Some fucking body had to be there first. Let's get this shit ready where it's paradise and then get out and then leave the fucking aliens there to go crazy. So, I mean, are these things like fucking for fun? Do they do this shit? Like, so people could die? I mean, what's the whole purpose of this?
Well, apparently that planet is supposed to be the engineer's home planet, and in the synopsis it says that the planet has been, the ecosystem has been mutated by the black goo. That's why those black pods were there.
Yeah, what is that?
Okay, I know what that's supposed to be, because the leak that came out mentioned those things, like before the trailer came out. And exactly what they said happens in the trailer.
What is that?
Again, this is going to be heavy spoilers, so if you guys don't want to know, stop watching
but I
now.
don't fucking care. Go ahead.
So from the leak, what the leak said is that 2 or 3 of the crew step on or near those pods, and they release that black spore that we see, and they said specifically, one of them goes in one of the characters' ears.
Right.
The other one goes in their nose or whatever. Those pods are the first step for the neomorphs.
The neomorphs,
The
not
neomorphs.
not the xenomorphs.
Not the xenomorph, the neomorphs. And they said also they do not chest burst. They back burst and throat burst.
So in other words, there's no face huggers.
There is a face hugger.
There is a face hugger.
The face hugger creates the xenomorph. But they said it's not a regular face hugger. It's a proto face hugger, and this is a proto xenomorph. So I'm sitting here like, nobody's going to be able to tell the difference.
So
They
wait a
look exactly the same,
So wait a
except for the
minute.
eye holes.
Wait a minute. This thing goes in their ear. So you don't need to have a face hugger go over their mouth to impregnate them because
Right.
So there's no face hugger for that part.
For the neomorphs, they don't have a face hugger, apparently.
No face hugger. Okay, so
If the leak is correct, and from all
I
intents
don't
and
like
purposes, it looks
right,
like it.
I don't like to be confused. Okay.
Right.
So again, because I have a problem with this. Okay, so the neomorphs have the spore.
Yes.
The xenomorphs have face huggers which impregnate people.
Yes.
Okay. When the queen lays the eggs, she lays the eggs of face huggers.
Yes.
And basically, face huggers are like aliens, but they need a little something extra to become.
They're
like
the
a
first step in the
caterpillar.
life cycle.
Right, like to
Yeah.
become like a caterpillar
Second
to a
step in the life
butterfly.
cycle. Yeah.
Right, to become like a caterpillar to a butterfly, they need a human host to finish. Okay.
Well, it's more like a parasite. It's like the bot fly. The bot fly needs a human host or a host to gestate, and then when it's done, it comes out. And
So they don't bust through the chest; they bust through the back.
Yeah, that's why if you watch the trailer again, you see the guy and the things coming out of his back.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's their preferred method of escaping the host. Apparently, also they escape from the throat. Like they'd come through your
But the
throat.
person's obviously dead.
Well, they die in the process, yeah.
Right. So they're not in a cocoon or anything like that.
No.
Like xenomorphs are. Like they put the people in the cocoon and they're there for days or weeks, and they're like just right.
Well, normally what xenomorphs do is they hatch, they face hug.
Because you remember
they burst through.
Aliens and they're
Oh,
seeing.
that was they shed. They don't go into a cocoon. They shed.
Remember Aliens that was her friend or something from the first movie or whatever that was.
Oh, that's just to impregnate them. They hook them up to
like
the
a
thing.
spider web type of weird.
Yeah, they hook the host up to the thing so that they can't move.
Oh, and then they impregnate him with a face hugger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're having different type of aliens. We're having neomorphs, xenomorphs. Is there anything else?
I think there's only one xenomorph.
Wasn't there like a king alien or some stupid shit?
No, I don't even think there's going to be a queen in this movie. From what I've heard, there is a xenomorph, which is the one we see, and then there are the neomorphs.
So are they like, if a neomorph and a xenomorph are in the same room, they attack each other?
I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. Like we're going to see a xenomorph and a neomorph fight. If it's a black
ant and a red ant's going to go after the black ant to kill it.
I mean, interestingly enough, there's a very popular comic book where that exact thing happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Dark Horse, which reminds me of Dark Horse when I saw the xenomorph on the thing. If that was a xenomorph on the ship, like going.
That was supposed to be the xenomorph because the neomorphs are white.
Right. Okay.
They're white. I don't think they have a tail, or they might have a tail now.
Are we going to enjoy this movie?
I think it looks good.
I tell you, I like that thing from the shower thing. When they did that thing, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I have a funny feeling we're going to get some sort of crazy reveal at the end.
Crazy reveal?
Like, or toward the end. Like, it's going to be something like, oh, there's a third alien race that we don't know about, or something like that.
Well, the funny thing you should say that because originally, Species, the original intention was that Species was going to be another race connected with aliens, right? Because they had the same company that owns Aliens owns Predator, and they wanted a third type of alien species, not necessarily xenomorph. But it was supposed to take off Species, and they were supposed to make sequels, and they were going to have crossovers. It didn't take off as as expected, where each movie that came out got worse and worse from B movie to C movie to D movie type of thing.
Yeah.
And again, it could be all about placement when they released that movie, because I think there was something else that came out at the time that knocked it on its ass, basically. But anyway.
Well, to your point, like, if you watch the first Species movie,
which I like that movie,
yeah, and then you watch the second one, it is a total tonal change.
Right. The second one could be like a Venom movie.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's it's still good, but it's different.
The thing about the second one for me is it feels like a B movie. But a big budget. Yeah, Species felt like a horror movie, it wasn't.
It became sci-fi.
Yeah, it wasn't cheesy. The first one, it was intriguing.
It had a good cast. It had a good cast.
Yeah,
really.
And then the second one came out, and that was really cheesy.
Right. I mean, I think they had a bigger budget, thinking that it would be, but it turned out to be cheesy. And if they would have continued like a direct sequel from the first one, where I guess the Species became in a rat,
right?
And then find out if that turns back into a girl or something or whatever. But they just lost you because they
never explained that. Yeah, because in the second one they were like, "Oh, we cloned her." Okay.
Yeah, you didn't say anything about the rat. The rat could be having tons of shit down there, right?
And I was really confused about that whole thing too, because they had that whole thing where they go to Mars and the people got infected, and I was like, nobody got infected in the first one. So what the hell?
Yeah, it was just weird. And I forget 3 and 4. What the
oh
hell.
My gosh, I watched the third one last year. I think it was last year.
Right.
It was worse than I remember.
You know what it is? It became. You know what it became? It became like a alien porn.
Yes.
Because they
Yes.
kept getting women which had different types of breasts that you've never seen before like that, or some type of weird thing that was unique, like a Life
Yeah.
Force movie. And it became like, oh, I'm staring at this naked woman. Not that it's a species movie.
Yeah.
And then it just lost you.
I
Because
forgot how many like
There's
unnecessary sex scenes there were in 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm kind of getting taken out of this movie
4 was
because
even,
like,
right.
you know what 3 felt like? 3 felt like the pilot of a show. It felt
4
like
was
the
even
pilot of that.
worse.
Yeah, I know.
4
Yeah.
was like something that would be on Channel 9, or like not even on Channel CW or anything. Like it just, oh, okay, you know, like late at night, like like they try to put a show out there.
They'll remake that eventually.
Yeah,
they'll remake.
And you know,
eventually.
somebody tried to do that.
Did they really?
Somebody, like I said, somebody copied. They made this thing where this thing had a tail.
Oh.
It was supposed to be like Species, and the thing would screw and shit, and didn't take off. No. I forgot what it was called. They did a couple. People a couple times they tried to copy it up. But anyway, I'm happy the way it looks with Alien Covenant. But now ask me about Predator, and you'll get a completely different answer on my opinion on that.
Yeah, how do you feel about Predator?
I feel we were lied to. And I believe we were lied to in every sense of the word, because Shane Black got our hopes up that Arnold Schwarzenegger would not be a cameo, it would be a big role. He said that it's flat out a sequel to 1 and 2. Flat out sequel. And then you get a thing where you have comedy actors, kids, supermodels. I don't know what this movie's become. Then you get a thing where you're trying to do a Roswell thing, right? If that's the synopsis. And how do you take the armor from a predator while he's sleeping? It's like, what? And then it's like Frankenstein genetic and engineering predators, and they want their technology back. I mean, they're supposed to be hunters, right? Like, I don't understand what's really. So I don't want to see this movie. Like, I'm annoyed that oh no, Arnold Schwarzenegger's not in it. We lied because you lied to get a buzz, clickbait or whatever the hell you call it this day and age, to get people interested, and then they just go to the theater not knowing any better, and then you're like, what the fuck is this? And that's what you're gonna get. I think you're gonna get a what the fuck moment, and you're probably gonna say what the fuck throughout the whole entire movie. And again, I could be wrong, like I am sometimes, but I just don't like being bullshitted with movies. So you lost me, Shane Black. That's my opinion. I probably have more interest in seeing Beauty and the Beast or like, I don't know, the Budapest Hotel 4
oh my God.
or some shit than like or Bridget Jones' Diary 5 than see like fucking Predator movie. But anyway, speaking about nonsense, isn't it amazing that they're making big announcements that Indiana Jones 5 is coming out 2019, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Which is a busy year. And Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones. Steven Spielberg's doing it. So and again, I have no disrespect. Please, 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 please. No, how old is Harrison Ford going to be when he's leaping around with the whip? And like, are they going to dye his hair? Is it going to be great? I mean, what are you doing? Is it going to be like, is he going to have students? Are they going to, like, what is this? What's happening? This is a sequel to Crystal Skull, technically.
I'm
I
assuming
know.
so.
I mean, and of course, it's a sequel to. It's like Crystal Skull Part 2, which
Well, I don't
wasn't
think it's going to be
really,
like that.
which wasn't really good to begin with. So
No, I don't think it's going to be like Crystal Skull Part 2. I think that it's going to obviously take place in the continuity, of course, but I don't think they're going to mention it. I think it's
is he gonna die in this like Han Solo?
Yep. No, actually, I don't think he will.
Yeah. Is he gonna hand off
Yes.
skip past the torch? He
I
definitely
think
will.
so.
But not to Mr. Mutt.
No.
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 That guy's just done.
Yeah.
And he's probably not even gonna be really his son anyway. Probably. All right. I like Indiana Jones. Why not? When do we get the last Starfighter? That's what I want to say. I don't know.
2023.
Probably. I think Seth Rogen owns it now, right? We're trying to get it or
gosh.
some shit. I don't know what the hell. I heard some weird shit.
Oh gosh.
Weren't we supposed to get a Men in Black reboot with a female or something? Or I mean, I know everybody's becoming females lately. Women, feminism, near us roar. But I mean, we got a female Rocketeer sequel show, whatever. I think Guardians of the Galaxy copied off the Rocketeer cover. Disney owns that too, by the way.
Really?
Disney's going to do their own movie that's not Marvel, which is interesting. So, go Disney. All right, I want to touch upon this briefly, probably like a teaser of it, but we do see that 20th Century Fox is getting along with Marvel Comics and Disney. I mean, Marvel allowed them to do Legion, and I've seen it, and it's really good. Like, really, really good, Chris. I was completely wrong about that, too. Like, too good. And they said that if the show expands, seasons, and whatever, they're finally going to reveal that Legion is Professor Charles Xavier's son. And it could be a connection to an X-Men movie. And of course, what is Legion famous for?
Screwing everything up.
Right. Legion is famous for traveling back in time to kill Magneto and accidentally killing his father before he formed the X-Men, which would create a rift in time, a ripple where Apocalypse would awaken 20 or 30 years earlier, take over the world, and it would create the Age of Apocalypse, where Wolverine has one hand. It's like all these characters are different. Magneto's the leader of the X-Men. He's married to Rogue with kids. It's just weird shit going on. What's the odds of them trying to do that?
I think that some form of that would probably be something that we'll see in the next few years.
Yeah. I am going to tell you right now, and I'm going to put this out there, it's going to be a Matrixlord prediction, just like the Godzilla vs. King Kong 2 in 2012. Ready? We will see Hugh Jackman again as Wolverine. I'm just telling you right now, don't get shocked. Don't get surprised. You may say, oh, he's saying no, no, no. He don't even know. But he will know. He is not going to retire the character. He's going to change his mind. And if you remember the deal, Chris? Remember they offered him 7 movies as Wolverine, and he said no? It was 7-picture deal.
Wow.
He said no, right? He's going to see what life is like. Is he going to get roles? Is it going to be easy? And I'm telling you right now, whether he's successful or not, he's going to miss it. He's going to miss being in shape. Maybe something could happen. He's getting a little overweight. He's going to go right back into it. He's not going to give a shit. He's going to do it for the next 10 years. And bet you anything. Bet you anything. His last movie, honestly, should be in an X-Men movie. You started an X-Men, you should finish an X-Men. Because the Wolverine movies just didn't work. And even Logan, it's an alternate reality. Their own X-Men camp are at odds with each other. They're pissed. because they built this whole thing for Days of Future Past, and they had to make the guy say it was an alternate reality. They made him say it was an alternate reality because there was going to be some massive people fighting and everything. So Logan is an alternate reality. People may not want to believe it. Even in Marvel Comics, check it out. Old Man Logan is not from the Marvel timeline. So this is an alternate timeline. This is not the way the Days of Future People Past envisioned the future. They set it all up. It was happy. Everybody's alive. 5 years, it doesn't go to shit. That's impossible. So, or it can be possible, but not probable. So you're going to see him back. You may be seeing him a couple of times. And I had written this article that's going to be coming out, hopefully. If not, I'll spoil a little bit of it for you here. I have a funny feeling that Ryan Reynolds. You there, Chris?
Yeah.
I have a funny feeling that Ryan Reynolds, with this movie where he's time hopping with Cable, Patrick Stewart said today or yesterday that he wants to be in a Deadpool movie as Charles Xavier. So that's out of the thing that he's retiring the character. I have a funny feeling that Patrick Stewart's going to show up as Professor X, and Deadpool, in a couple of sentences, going to say, "Oh, by the way, I just came from the future, and you killed like all the X-Men, whatever the friggin' thing is, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to wipe the whole Logan universe with 3 sentences. And then everybody's going to be cracking up, and then he's going to be like to the camera, "Sorry, you," meaning that the movie doesn't mean shit. Because he just wiped it clean. I bet you anything that's going to happen. I'm telling you, that would be the funniest shit. It could make $600 million. It could make $700 million. It could make $1 billion, right? But they'll wipe that clean, and because no Wolverine movie stands, it's all erased. You don't even know what X-Men movies are erased anymore. You know, they wiped everything just about. So, and then he'll have to be Wolverine again because it never happened. So I think they film X-Men vs. Avengers tomorrow. That's his final appearance. X-Men vs. Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
I'd like to see that. Who wouldn't?
Absolutely. For me, I wrote this. I'm really hope you guys see this article I did. It was really deep. It was really thought out. And I have a couple weeks, I'll find out if it's going to be printed or it's going to be put on there. If not, I will reveal it on here. But I was just thinking about all these reasons, like Hugh Jackman could remain as Wolverine. So, can't wait for that. So, again, we'll see him again. All right. I think that's it, right? I know we got more stuff, but we'll probably talk about it another time. All right. Thanks a lot, Chris.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye for now.